Yeah, definitely. Oh, because we could stream it up here and watch the video.
Yeah. All right, we on live YouTube right now, and I'm about to record here.
All right. You bring us in this time. Dude, our TikTok is growing too.
Yeah, I ain't even looked at it.
One of our videos just hit 57,000. Let's go.
Man, 57,000. On what?
Shane's video. You went to prison.
Yeah, that's always a good visual with him. All right, here we go. All right, man. Listen, you know who it is. Game God, Goldie, the one and only. The Game Gods podcast segment right here, man. We just on here with McQueen. Kellan, you know who it is, man. We about to answer some questions and just chop it up for a minute. Give y'all, a little treat right now. Y'all in for a treat.
Yeah, man. Let's get into
so put some questions in the chat. If not, we just gonna chill, chop it up like we always do. Somebody got a topic?
Yeah, I got one. Or you want to go first?
Nah, you go. You go.
Okay, so I was just talking about this on my story last night. I want to talk about women and how single moms in particularly, and just women that have been living in their own, and how combative they are because they've had to live in their masculine, be the provider, be the protector, and be the problem solver for so long, and then having them trying to get into a relationship.
And I'll tell you like this, for me, it's two things, right? One, yeah, she's been in her masculine, she's been handling everything. Like I deal with the type of women I like to deal with are entrepreneurs. You wanna know why? Because a woman who's an entrepreneur, she has a different type of mindset. What do we say about women all the time, right? When a woman is bored, her mind wanders, she's gonna create problems. A woman who's an entrepreneur don't have time to make unnecessary problems because she got real things going on. Yeah. The average woman not doing nothing, she ain't got nothing but time to think about, like the housewife that stay at home who's having sex with the pool boy, because that's her excitement in life because she has nothing going on, no goals. A woman who's an entrepreneur has goals, so therefore everything lesser falls to the wayside. She's not looking for problems as much. So number one, women that I deal with who are entrepreneurs, they always come in with that. They've been dictating everything in their business, so they want to have that control. So a lot of times it's that, but it's also the fact most of the dudes, I say it all the time, and they liars, they cheaters, they do this. So they've never had a real man. So they've never been in a space where they could put their guard down. They've never been in a space where they could trust who they was with to lead. How could I trust this man to lead me when he lies to me about all these things? You can't have it both ways. If you're lying to me about cheating, this, that, and the third, it's going to be very hard, even subconsciously, for me to be able to trust you to lead me, because in the back of my mind, he lies about this. Maybe he's not sure about where we're going. Maybe he's lying about where we headed. So a lot of times I feel like a woman just ain't met the man who's man enough and real enough for her to trust. Yep. And I get it. If you've been around nothing but fakes and phonies and liars and this, that, their character is flawed. So then why would I I don't want to give up control of the wheel because I don't trust you. Yep. So, but when a woman gets with you long enough and she sees how you move and, you make her cry because you told her, hey, listen, check this out. I'm not going to stop dealing with this woman for you, because if I stop dealing with this woman who been putting in her time for me, for you, then I'll do the same to you. And you're asking me to give up something that I could never do. And that's my character. When you let her cry about a situation like that, she may leave, but she's going to come back because she's going to say, damn, he's the realest man. And then when she comes back with appreciation. She comes back more docile. She comes back allowing you to lead. So I feel like a lot of times it's the man. And sometimes you have to be around for a little bit because everybody's saying that, man. Everybody's saying I can lead
with your actions.
Everybody
right?
said that. So you have to be willing to live for a period of time in front of her, showing her that you really are that. And then she will start to be able to trust that and give you the will.
Yeah, because if you're over here and you're telling her one thing and then you're doing another thing, whether you say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym today, and then, she sees you not go to the gym. She sees you slipping up. She's going to be like, this man can't even keep his word. And like, how am I going to trust him? And she's just going to want to continue to take the wheel.
You sneaking around, you turning your phone over, she's asking you about something and you're not keeping it real. Man, that just shows her the lack of character, and she don't want you to lead. And you can say 99% of men are doing it. So if you was 100 in every area, it makes it real easy for a woman to you know, do whatever you're talking about doing.
Yeah, so a lot of you suckers out here fucking it up for the rest of us, for the real men out here.
You
that
know,
are really
I say they
living the
not.
truth.
They
I'm
not.
about to,
What you gonna say?
because I feel like they not fucking it up. I feel like if anything,
They're making it
they
easy?
setting the stage for a nigga like me to fully have my way. Because when the bitch walk in,
Okay,
it's because it niggas like us and the way we think and the way we act wouldn't be special if every other nigga was like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, because of all these mark ass, buster ass goofballs that just allow women to sit there and talk to them any type of way, and you know they don't have enough self respect to be like, bitch, this is what it is, and this. They're afraid to sit there and tell the girl how it is, and they're afraid to call a woman out, and they're afraid to do this because of, you know, whatever the fuck the case may be. I feel like it's gonna be two things that happen when a girl like that, which is most girls, because of those guys, is gonna happen when the girl walks in and deals with a nigga like me. She's gonna have two choices. She's gonna have one, she can be like, oh, this nigga's, you know what I'm saying? This nigga is, he thinks too highly of himself. He's too much, it's too much to deal with. I'm gonna walk away. Or like Goldie said, she gonna cry, she gonna get upset, and she's actually gonna fall in love with a nigga because she ain't never seen that shit before.
She's gonna respect it.
She gonna respect the fuck out of you, because
exactly.
that is exciting to these bitches a lot
Fellas,
of times.
listen
you know what
to
I'm
this.
saying?
This
So
is real game.
That is exciting because, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, this is just female psychology. Like, they don't like boring shit. So if you come up to them, even on the street, if you approach them with the same line that most of these niggas is using, it's normal to them. It's boring to them. You don't stand out at all. And it's the same situation as that, where if a girl runs into you after dealing with so many, 99% of these niggas who are afraid to tell her what the deal is, you know what I'm saying, who are afraid to put their foot down, who are afraid to this, she might sit there, and then she comes and deals with you. She might sit there and at first and be like, ew, and act that way, but she likes that shit. She loves that shit. It turns them on. I've seen it in real time where I call a bitch out. If she come in here and just start trying to talk a certain way, and I call, hey, look, that don't work over here. What? I've seen it in real time for a woman that at first it's like this shock, like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, I don't like that. But then they're like, oh, they see you do it a couple times, and they're like, oh, he's really like that. I can't really fuck with him.
Dudes ain't willing for a woman to walk away. I know I don't really have a woman until we get to a place where we have them hard conversations. She walks away, and a lot of times they're gonna walk away. Yeah. And I understand she walks away because I stood on principle, I stood on my character, I stood on my manhood, and I'm showing her and letting her know, as much as I may love you, I love myself more, my manhood, and I would be who I am. She may walk away, but she's always, most of the time, gonna come back because she's gonna get with another dude who's gonna do all the things you're not doing, and then she's gonna be able to appreciate. Yep. But guess what? Preach. If she's running around with a dude like that, that's all she understands. But when she gets with me and I sit her down, the reason that we're gonna depart ways and dissolve this relationship is because I'm standing on my manhood, and you're not bigger than that. She will leave with the respect intact, and now she will measure every man to those actions, and most dudes won't. So then eventually they gonna fall out, and she gonna come back with a whole new respect.
So you're doing her a favor because 100%. You're setting the standard.
And
100%.
If she don't come back, well, it is what it is. I'm not gonna fold on my manhood.
I want that anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And then McQueen, you have a in the Game Gods link in our bio, we have a ebook where you kind of teach that, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. Tell them a little bit about the ebook and where they could buy it.
So the ebook is just talks about, you know, how to go from a dude who has no idea how to be confident in your own self, because at the end of the day, the only way you can lead a woman or lead anybody or lead a team is by really truly loving yourself. That's the only way, because you have to love yourself so much that you're not gonna abandon that for anybody or anything.
Never.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it can't be because girl walks into the situation and you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna be a leader because she's here and I have to be a leader. No, fuck that. It's because I'm a leader because I love myself so much and I'm never gonna abandon that. And she has to fall. It's just everything falls into place when you are and when you move like that.
And you got to check everything.
And you got to check.
Look, I check shit, but guess what? It's a soft check because it's just naturally in me. You even text me the wrong way. It's like, don't talk to me like that. She be like, I was just joking. It wasn't funny to me. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. Right? That's where it's done. But had you not checked that, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna let the little shut up slide. I'm gonna let it, like, somebody text me. She gonna know I'm talking about. She was like, I'm very unhappy with you. I said, don't ever say that to me. Right? You come to me like an adult and say, hey, listen, this went on and this went on. But coming to me, because what are you trying to do? That's like how you talk to your child. Don't talk to me like I'm a child. That's what I say to my son. Exactly. I'm very unhappy with you right now. Don't do that to me. Yeah. But I'm checking little things so it don't get turned into bigger things. Because if you stop it there, it's never going to get bigger to where it's going to be a situation when I check it. But dudes, I tell dudes all the time, I don't care how tired you are. I don't care if it's somebody's birthday, wedding, or you at church. If she get out of line, if she get out of pocket, you need to address it right then and there. Because if there's a place that you go where she knows you're not gonna check it, she gonna try you there every time.
Of course, and that's just human nature, That's just human nature. But females do it so much.
Yeah,
you feel me? So it's like, and I'll give you another example. Like for example, I'm talking to a girl right now. You know what I'm saying? She's a real sweet, kind, docile woman. You know what I'm saying? Very feminine, very nurturing.
But she gonna try you.
But they gonna try you, right? So it's like, and she didn't necessarily mean to, but it don't matter. Like for example. I'm sitting there, I sent her a message. I missed her call last night, so I want to be nice. You know what I'm saying? I sent her a message to say, oh, yeah, you look good with the, and, I'm saying, go into the day. Make sure you understand that you're a beautiful woman. You're nurturing, you're kind, you're feminine, all these things. Just giving all these affirmations and shit. And she sent me back a list of compliments back. But one thing I don't like, I don't know if y'all feel this way. I need thank yous. Say thank you. If I give you a compliment, if I do something nice for you, I've opened the say thank you. That's all I ask for. It's just little shit like that, right? So I had to call her. So I didn't even read the message. I read the message. I didn't even respond to it. I called her. I said, hey, I couldn't help but look through this message and see that I didn't see one thank you in this motherfucker. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, Poppy. My fault. Thank you. You say now it's just little shit like that.
But guess what? You're training her to do the things that you like, because guess what? That will irk you little by little by little. It's something you never said. So you kind of start to resent her for something she didn't even know she could correct. And a lot of dudes, they get mad
that's
about
why you have to check it, right?
They get mad about a woman not doing something they never corrected her about, but they resent her. And then that's where the relationship fall apart. I'll tell you a thing. Like years ago when I used to take women out to eat and things like that, I'm taking them on an interview or something like that. Women wouldn't say thank you. And I would just think in my mind, this bitch ain't got no manners. Now, when a woman would go out to eat and she don't say thank you, I'll just pull her to the side and I say, hey, listen, so you wasn't raised right. You don't have manners, do you? She was like, what are you talking about? I said, didn't I just feed you? She was like, yes. You didn't say thank you. Oh, yes, thank you. But why do I have to tell you thank you? Did you not want to thank me for the money that I spent on this meal? So I check them early in an and guess what? I understand. Well, this is my first time meeting her. She might not talk to me again. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you let it slide once, now you want to say it again. One, you're going to be a little bit resentful, and that's going to come out in your actions towards her, which is going to get a certain action back. But number two, a woman don't respect when you let something slide and then you try to check it. In the back of her mind, this nigga let me do it the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you do it the first time, you're setting a precedent. I'm willing to let this situation go over how I feel like I need to be treated. And if you start right, it's going to end right. But most of these dudes, they wait until they got the woman all the way to start checking shit. Now it's too late. You know, I let too much slide.
Yeah. Like you always say, the way you start,
it's how you finish.
It's how you finish.
And yeah, man, a lot of people might be like, oh, well, McQueen, that's doing too much. All right, nigga. But like Goldie said, if it get to a point where it get out of hand and disrespectful, you cause that.
Man,
that's on you.
Like I said the other day, man, I'm not easy. You can't do what you want, when you want, how you want. It's my way or the highway, yo. You may say it's a dictatorship. Well, you ain't got to be here. But if you want to be here, it's going to be the way I want you to be here. And that's the only way I'm going to live.
Exactly.
What tell me, Kellan, you deal with a lot of women. A lot of women. Give us an experience that you didn't have where you feel like that's why you need to check a woman or at least address situations.
Yeah, no, definitely. For example, it's having a client, you take them from, zero to making $50,000 a month, and then they just get comfortable with that. And then later on, they're like, hey, I'm only making $50,000. I feel like I should be $100,000 account. And it's like, I literally just took you from nothing to $50,000, and then you're over here with zero gratitude, zero thanks. And it's just crazy because, I go out of my way and I do so much for these people, and I get taken advantage of. And that goes back to you just saying, like, I probably let a lot of things slide because the money was coming in.
Yeah. And then you just said some shit. And this is why I do it to this day. I've always been like this. Everything I do, I address, because a woman, back in the day, you used to be with a woman and, you'd turn her up, get her this, get her that. And she now this fly popping woman, and she'll somehow forget that you did that for her whenever she would be without you. Every day, I'm always saying little things like, dang, remember this? Hey, what would you do? I just corrected something. Okay, so it was a woman I'm with, right? She was going to get a building, and it's 2 buildings she was going to get. One was a little bit cheaper, not in the right place. And it was one that was more expensive, a little bit nicer, but had the room she needed. And she was like, I think I'm gonna just get the cheaper one. I said, listen, do you plan on making less money? She was like, no. I said, well, if you're not planning on making less money, then get into one that's a little bit more expensive and you'll figure it out, or you'll be forced to figure it out. She went through it, ended up doing it. Like 2 months later, she had a $60K month, and she was like, I'm so glad I didn't get that building. I stopped her. I said, what would you do without me? I have to let you know. No, don't just skip over the fact that, oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that building.
Because they'll forget that.
But you didn't get it because of me. And how many other areas in your life, if I wasn't here to help guide you, where would you be? You have to remind women what you're doing. And then every time I take them out to eat, every book that I give them, every realization on a regular basis, I remind them, where would you be without me? Because you will forget. And I've seen it with women. If you're not telling, and then some women would be like, well, I don't like the fact that you always throwing it in my face. If me telling you what I've done for you to you is throwing it in your face, then we can't fuck with each other because you got bad character. Why do you not like me telling you what I've actually done that improved your life? And a lot of women will do that. Oh, don't throw the money in my face. Listen, you have poor character. I can't fuck with you. I'll tell you every single month, bitch, you would be homeless without me. And I'm going to let you know. And if you got a problem with it, well, bitch, stop fucking with me. You're going to be homeless because this shit that we doing right now is accumulative because of everything that I've done for you. You think you just gonna do without you? You're gonna be like 100 of other women who done fell off when they stopped fucking with me. Because a woman don't see every single day the things you're doing, when her mood is bad, when you're giving her this book, all of these little things add up to the direction of her life. Yeah. So it's like, all right, you can stop fucking with me, but we gonna see real quick where you at without me.
100%. And I don't mean to cut you off, Kellan. So I just want to emphasize what he just said right now, because when you get to talking to women and they start talking about, well, what do you bring to the table? And I say game, that example right there is a lot of women, they don't understand how important and valuable game is. They like undermine when you name off the things that you bring to the table, right? When it's not tangible,
that's why you have to.
But when it's not tangible, it's like they undermine it, right? Like I've heard girls in the background when you're naming off things that, they might ask you that question, right? And you're naming them things off. They give me that face like it's not valuable to them. It's like, but see, and it's that situation that you just explained right there proves that one little piece of game right there changed, and then it completely changed the course of her life. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when I just want to emphasize for any bitch out there watching this, or any woman or anybody out there watching this, or even any man, okay? Don't ever let no woman ever undermine the power of the game that you provide, the direction, the leadership. That shit is more valuable than any tangible thing you could give.
I got
a
lot of text messages to send today.
So I'm trying to tell you, fool.
I got a lot of text messages to send today.
Listen, but let me say this too. That is why it's very important to teach a woman what to value. You keep on letting her watch, man, my woman better not never come to me with something she's seen on the shade room. We don't even do. I teach her what to value by the man that I am. I point things out just like with my son. I point things out. We value this. We value character. So therefore, she values these intangible things, because if she grew up in a space where most people, they only value what you can touch, then she's not going to be able to value what you're doing. But when you break things down to dudes don't talk enough in a household with their woman. I'm always talking with my woman. I got quotes. I got books. We are on the same page mentally. How could she value the man that I am if she doesn't value those things? And if she didn't come like that, which she probably didn't, then I have to teach her why these things are valuable. Then eventually on her own, she's going to be able to have that understanding and appreciation for the things you taught her to value. Yeah. But most dudes, you're not in your household talking with your woman, having the ideologies with your woman, things that you value, looking at that dude. Hey, look at he got money, but he goofy. She don't think like that because you're not talking with her. You let her live in her own world. You live in your world. Me and my women are in our own world together. And that's the only way it could be for it to be a conducive long. Every relationship I have is ungodly long amount of time, because that's how I do with my women.
And look, fellas, like, you guys truly need to be listening to Goldie. This is real game. And if you guys want to learn from us, you guys could join our community. You guys are going to be able to subscribe to our community. We're going to be doing bi-weekly calls for you guys. This is how you're going to change your life. If you're stuck and you're stagnant and you're tired of getting walked all over, ladies too, you're going to be able to join our community too. If you're getting tired of being walked all over by men and you feel like you hold more value and you want to learn, you come and you join us and you learn from people like us.
Game is universal.
Game is universal. It could be applied to any aspect of life, whether it's your work, whether it's your relationships, whether it's your family dynamic, whatever it is. Once you understand and you learn this, your life is going to change for the better. Yeah. So please make sure that you guys are listening and paying attention, because this will change your life.
Listen. I tell people all the time, right? When I was coming up, man, we had game sessions like that with one of my uncles, with one of my mentors in the game. This is how I learned. And there was never a time where you could get around people kicking this game, man. Somebody had to know you, to like you, to even give you some game. Yeah. And I'm out here giving you something that took me decades to get from masters of their craft. And we just out here giving it. Go get my game guy mentality program. I get chose with your mouth closed. Y'all got to keep watching. Y'all need to send some super chats in here right now.
Yeah. And just to talk about that, though, is like women taking this shit for granted. It's like I had an experience the other day where I was talking with her and I told her, I was like, look, my time is the most expensive thing that I could give you, because number one is taken away from me being a father, which is the most important thing to me, and number two is taken away from my business.
Yeah.
So if I'm giving you any of my time and it's coming from either one of you, because I see you as a potential partner in my life, and I'm so intentional with everything that I do. So if I'm giving you any of my time, it's because I truly fuck with you. And she damn near laughed in my face because she thought that my time was invaluable.
Yeah.
And I kicked that bitch to the curb, and that was
Hey man,
simple as that.
and that's why you don't just be giving a woman all your time, because it's like this. Well, if you just give it to me willy-nilly, he pick up the phone every time I call, he texts me back right away. Well, you may say one thing, but what you're showing her is it's not. Nah, it's hard for a woman to get up on me unless she's really been doing something or she really got some potential. Or I show her with my actions. You're not the first person I'm gonna text back. You're not the first person I'm gonna call back. I'm not putting you in front of the things that I'm doing. I'm going to show you that and let the broad come to her own conclusion of that. You know, then I'll tell her later. I'll explain it to her as well. But first, I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying?
How important is it that? Because a lot of these men, they don't lead by example. So how important is it to show with your actions other than with your words, than how to correctly lead in life?
I mean, it's everything, and women won't tell you. They're not going to tell you what they're thinking about you, but they see it, because I talk to these women. They see when you do, and they coming to me and they talking about their boyfriend. They coming to me talking about the dude they talking to. Oh, he don't do this. He do this. He think I didn't see this. She sees everything. Forget that woman isn't stupid. She just does. She's just not going to call you out on it. But she definitely sees everything wrong that you're doing, 100%. And you wonder why she talking to you the way she talk to you, because she heard you. She see you not doing this, not doing that. You said you was going to do something, you didn't do it, right? These dudes have the same problem women have. Like, listen, if you're going to tell me that you're going to go to this place with me, then don't try to cancel with me 2 hours before, right? If you do something like that, you have bad character. And if I allow for you to do that, then I'm showing you that I have no value. If a woman does that to me, we're not going, and we're not going out. And it's going to be very hard for you to ever get up on me again. But most dudes, they're not going to cut it off like, okay, when's the next time you available? Never.
Yeah.
Never. You know what I'm saying? You plan the
facts.
next thing, and maybe I'll come.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if you guys have ever been in a relationship or been in a situation or been in any type of romantic partnership, whatever, ever in your life, and it was a great partnership, it was a great relationship, you understand the difference. You know that was way easier. You know that girl wasn't flaking on you. You know that she was showing up on time. You know that she wasn't, causing toxicity. Any long relationship, if you've ever had a good, long-lasting relationship, it always started off like that. So it's like when you get with a bitch who might be, quote unquote badder, she might be finer, okay, and you're just allowing these little things like her flaking on you and when's the next time? You not only are you disrespecting yourself, which is the most important thing, but you just told that girl that you a bitch.
You a straight sucker.
You just told her straight up that you a
Sucker.
mark ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now she really like, oh no, now she gonna play even more games. Because you just told her that you can be played with.
You don't have respect for yourself.
So just keep that in mind,
Hey, listen,
man.
every day I'm willing to let a woman walk. Like every single day, I understand that a woman that I've been with for 5, 6 years, I'm willing to let her go today. I literally have it in my soul. Sometimes I get into negative role playing in my mind. I'm about to let her know something real quick. And if she give me any static, I'm ready to be done. And we're going to figure out how we got to get away from this situation. Because I think like that, every time I send a text message, the response is beautiful. Why? Because in my heart and in her heart, she knows, oh, he's really ready to walk away. Don't matter what she brings to the table, what she's doing. I really feel like that. I'm ready to be done and I'll figure it out. Y'all not feeling like that. And that's why the woman acts like that. What's the consequence if your woman does something wrong? Nothing. So why is she going to stop doing it? My women know I will stop talking to you. And it's many examples where I did stop. It's many times that I had to fire him and really wasn't going to talk to him again. So they know unless I'm willing to end this situation, I'm not going to bring up petty problems. I'm not going to say the thing he don't like. She tell you to shut up. She does things that you don't like here and there because what's the consequence? My woman know the consequence is not fucking with me. So to her, it's not that serious. But if there's no consequence, that's why she keeps doing the thing you don't like and doesn't do the things that you ask her to over and over. Because it's not a deal breaker for you. It's a deal breaker for me. If I got to ask you to rub my back, come on. You know me. I feel real disrespected. I came in this house and you didn't touch my shoulder when you know. And if I got to tell you again, you're intentionally doing it.
Yeah. Facts.
So therefore, the situation got to end, and I'm willing to end it over that. You're not.
Yeah.
And vice versa for the women as well.
Yeah.
Can you speak on that for the women?
I mean, it's all about standards, man. Whatever you accept is what you're going to get, man. You know, people know what the line is and how they can deal with you based on your response. So if you let the dude do this, that, and the third, then guess what? You allowed it, so they're going to keep doing it. If you cut a man off as soon as he did something you really didn't like, he would know real quick, either I'm going to stop fucking with her because it's too hard, or I'm going to get in line real quick. It's really that simple.
So why do okay, I got a great question for you. So why do women allow these men to cheat on them and then they come back each and every single time? Why do they do that? Are they in love?
Say that one more time.
Why do women allow men to cheat on them and just like walk all over them? Like, are they? Or hold on, I'll wait for Goldie. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so I got a really good question for you, Goldie. So, you know, talking about all this, why do women allow men to cheat on them multiple times and they keep coming back to the dude each and every single time? When it hurts them and they say it ruins their relationship and they're getting walked all over and they continue to go back to that same dude that's maybe even it's physical abuse, mentally abusing them, or just whatever it is. Why do they stick with that guy?
It's multiple reasons. I'm gonna give you the first one. One is, you know, women get very emotionally attracted to an individual, so it's very hard for them to walk away. Dudes get like that too. So it's like, I'll take this abuse because I don't know if I can find this type of connection with another individual. And that leads me to my next point. These women don't have options like we would think that they have. Just because you got a lot of dudes trying to have sex with you in your DM, these women know or subconsciously know the same way we know that these dudes just want to fuck me. Mm-hmm. These women understand they're weird. They understand they got an attitude problem. They understand they got these mental issues. They understand they're just regular people. They got all these things wrong with them. And deep down inside, they know when these other dudes find out, they're not going to deal with me. This dude is dealing with me. And they know it's going to be very hard for me to find a man who's really going to love me, be here with me, listen to my problems, because most dudes are just not doing it. Let me tell you what. If a woman could get better, she would get better. She really can't. So I'm going to take this dude who's cheating on me, who loves me, who's going to spend time with me, who this, that, and the third, because deep down inside, all those dudes in her inbox, she knows when this dude gets to know me, he's not going to fuck with me.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
when this dude sees me in real life, not with the face at, when this dude sees me when I take my makeup off, when this dude sees how really weird I am, when this dude gets to know the actual me and not the fake me, he's not going to deal with me. And this dude has accepted me. And it's not easy to find that again. And dudes do the same thing. They stick with a woman because they know deep down inside, well, I don't know if another woman's going to like me.
Yeah.
That's what I say. What you think?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's like, for me, it's like, I fuck with a lot of women and I talk to a lot of women and they always wonder, like, why does it never go further than just sex? Because I'm not willing to put up with all the other bullshit that you got going on in your life.
And this is, look, man, I'm gonna just piggyback off of what Goldie said. Another reason too is, I mean, like, just to go further, is just a huge lack of self-respect. If you don't have anything else other than coaching, okay, so you think you confuse. Like you said, it's so funny how girls will sit there and say, oh, I could get niggas this with you. But you also know that these niggas only want to fuck you.
Right.
You know that.
If you could look, if she could get dudes, she'd have one. You don't have a man. You ain't never been proposed to. You ain't had none of this except by a bunch of losers and weirdos that you would never talk to. If you had options, you'd have them. I always have women around me. Always. It's never a time that I don't. And guess what? When a woman stops dealing with me, it's like women in the air can smell it. All of a sudden, I got a whole bunch of women. I could never not be in a relationship unless I just wanted to, because I always have options. And not just women trying to fuck me, women who want to be with me, nurture me, go places with me, go to church with me if I want to. Women want to love me. It's not a bunch of men out here who want to love these women. Exactly. Because I'm not going to say they're not lovable, but I'm saying a lot of times a woman hasn't worked on anything but her looks. So she's not.
Most women aren't lovable then.
Most women aren't lovable.
I'm going to be 100.
And let me tell you, like, same for men, though. Most men haven't worked on themselves either.
For sure.
To even become.
I hear what you're saying.
I was just about to say.
But this is what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. I only know women in depth like that. I don't know too many dudes that in depth. So I know my experience with a lot of women in depth. I haven't had that experience with a bunch of dudes in depth. So I can hear what these women are saying, but my personal experience, I don't get that deep with dudes to really know.
That's true. Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. So I won't even. Yeah. Because look. I will say this. A lot of you niggas are busters. A lot of you niggas, I'm not going to say people aren't worthy of love, but you can't ask for it, or you can't ask for submission. You can't ask for none of those things when you're not the nigga that deserves it. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and go up and ask for a burger if you ain't got $10 on you, nigga. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but that's a whole nother topic. I'll say, like I said, I deal with women, so I'm gonna speak for what I see with dealing with women. A lot of you women claim like, oh yeah, I get niggas, I have options, I have this. But bitch, you know that all these niggas only want to fuck you. So what options are we talking about here? Where are the options? Until you have niggas who can consistently want to be with you, take care of you, you know what I'm saying? Provide for you, protect you, you know what I'm saying? All those things, consistently want to put a ring on you, you know what I'm saying? And make you their girlfriend long term. And I'm saying, bitch, I'm not saying, oh, you can have a boyfriend, because we know you can have boyfriends every week. We get it. How long will it last, though?
Right.
How long will it last until you can have a man and that man wants to just drop everything for you and be with you and be loyal to you and take care of you and do all these things? Tell me when you can find that.
You know how many women come back around to me and they'll tell me like, yeah, I was fucking with this dude and he had this and he had that and he had this and he had that. But you know, they came back around. Why? Because it ain't all about that. So women, you
never be me.
You can get a dude to do things for you. It don't mean you like him. And women really want somebody they can like. Let me tell you what women really want. I said this, people didn't understand.
I was going to tell you. I was just about to ask this. Give these ladies some game, what they could do to really be okay.
I'm gonna go like this, right?
Okay.
This is the thing, and this is from back in the game, right? Why does a woman go out, do all of these things with these guys who have money and then come back to this other dude? Why do you think so?
She don't really like him.
That's a part of it. But it's really the fact, because when she goes outside and she gets dressed up and she puts this costume on and she puts this fake persona on, she understands that that's what this dude likes. She comes back to me. She could take her wig off. She understands she could talk to me about the things that she can't talk to this man about. So therefore, she feels comfortable. The best relationship that you could probably say you've had with a woman is a woman that you could be your full true self around.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but dudes only see a woman for this. So therefore, and a woman only puts this on to most people. So she understands she can't even be herself. It's hard to want to be with somebody that you can't be yourself around. The best relationships you're going to have is somebody that you could be your true, authentic self. But most women aren't finding that because they're not putting that out to the dude. So when they finally get with a dude and they've been with him a while and they finally let the walls down, he's finally accepted her, she knows it's going to be very hard to find that again.
Yeah. What do you think the most attractive thing in a woman is? Me, I think like self-respect and self-love.
I like when what I found, and I'm not trying to steal from Goldie. This is what I've implemented it from learning from Goldie. I like when a woman loves me the way I love myself. I love when a woman, the most attractive thing is when a woman really sees me the way I see myself.
That's how I get the butterflies in my stomach. When a woman want to talk to me, call me, she always thinking about me, always got something to say, always want to put her hands on me, always want to touch on me. And that type of woman is the type of woman I like. That's a woman I like. That's why, and it's hard for me to like a woman who don't see me like that. Yeah, it's very hard. So if you trying to play hard to get you, you're not going to get got by me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And so for all the guys watching this, how can they learn to love themselves like that? Guys, you want to learn from us. We have an amazing community, and we're going to be able to teach you to be able to feel like this about yourself, because this feeling is a feeling that can't be bought. Yeah. This is a feeling that is just
everything we're talking about falls into place naturally when you love yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? You won't have to
from both sides, men and women.
You won't have to consciously tell yourself, "Oh, here this woman comes. She about to do this. I gotta get into this mode where I gotta check this." No, nigga, this is who I am. This is this is my ship. This is how I run it. These are the rules. If she wants to be here, she'll be on this ship. If she follows and respects me the way I already respect myself. The moment she doesn't, bitch, bye. You know what I'm saying?
What is everybody looking for in life? From the designer clothes that you buy to the house, to the cars, to things that you do. Everybody is looking for that affirmation and feeling like you're somebody, right? But that's why if your woman can give you that, then you don't need it from all these other things. That's why a woman got to like me for me. She got to like everything about me, because then you don't have to do all of these things because you're looking for it somewhere else. My woman should feel like that about me. In the same way in the game, right? The woman who gets the most money isn't the woman who's having the most sex. The woman who's going to break on a trick for 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 is not about sex. It's the feeling that she puts in his stomach where she's giving him those butterflies because he can't buy that off the shelf. And what is that? That's words of affirmation. That's making him feel like he's lovable to her because he can't go to the store and buy that. You get what I'm saying? So if a woman can make me feel like that, I feel the same way. You're giving me a feeling that I can't get anywhere else. Yeah. Or if you can make sure you give that to the woman where I like you for you, you ain't got to put all that on. You ain't got to put your makeup on. We could just hang out. We could go to if you can give somebody those feelings for who they are, man, you gonna have that woman for life.
And ladies, and you wonder why your man is out here cheating. You wonder why your man is out here cheating because you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
You know why
I
she's
really
not
want you
doing
to
it?
ask yourself.
But because she don't like him.
But I was just finna say
she
that. I
don't
was just
and
finna say
these
that.
women pick dudes they don't like because they've been programmed to pick the provider, the guy who got the show, who got the guy who looks good to everybody else, the guy who got the money, who got this. And that's why a lot of women end up coming back to me when it's dudes with way more money than me, because they understand, well, I thought that was going to give me a feeling, but the better feeling I have is when I'm with you.
Yeah, and the funny thing is you guys take a look at us and you might think that we're cheaters, but us three right here are the most loyal men that you'll ever come across because we're secure with ourselves, we understand ourselves, and we fucking love ourselves.
I just think exactly that last part right there. It's just like when you love yourself, you're just not gonna let any bitch get up on you.
Fuck
You're
no.
just not gonna let any bitch get up on in your face. I'm not about to give, and it's not, and like I said, like, because I'm speaking from both sides. I've been on the side most of my life where it's like, okay, I felt like I was only loyal because I was told to be loyal. This is who it is. This is how you got to be. This is what do this. But really, true loyalty is when I'm loyal to God and I'm loyal to myself, because automatically everything else just falls into place. I'm not gonna let any, because most of these bitches is Jezebels. Most of these bitches have no good
What
intentions.
is that? What's a Jezebel?
A Jezebel is a bitch who's literally only there to suck your energy, distract you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might look good. She looks great. Sexy, big titties, fat ass. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful lips, sexy as hell. But she ain't got nothing else to bring to the table.
Because that gets old real fast. The only thing you are is beautiful and got some good sex or something like that.
Good conversation.
Eventually, I'm gonna get tired of having sex because I had sex with you. And eventually, if I'm not going out for everybody to see how beautiful you are with me, then it's like, well, what is she really here for? And then it's like, well, let me go get somebody else because I'm bored of that. The novelty has worn off, so I got to go find something else.
You can only fuck so many times in a day.
Yeah. But that's why you gotta. That's why it. Girl said to me, she was like, so if a woman was in your house and she wasn't paying no rent or nothing like that, you would be irritated about that. I was like, yes, I would. Ain't nobody finna just be around here kicking their feet up, sucking the things that I pay for unless they bring something to the table. She's like, well, why would you feel like that? I feel like because I value myself and I'm giving a piece of myself. So therefore, she has to be giving something. It don't always got to be monetary, but if you can't give me that, then you don't really like me like that.
Yeah, exactly,
I will not allow a woman to feel like I feel that little of myself.
Yeah.
So you can come over here, get my time, my attention, and the things I work my life for, the money, the time that I take my life to work my life for, to get this money to pay for these things. And you think you're going to come over here and you don't have to contribute. I'm not going to allow you to think I feel like that little of myself. To
That's
not
the
even ask
definition
you.
of
And you have
fucking
to
insanity.
feel a little less in yourself if she gets to come with nothing. She gets to come to something that you had to produce to get, but she don't got to put in. And you're scared to ask her to put in. No, baby. It costs around here. If I have a business, I don't give my products out for free. And I'm more valuable than any of my products. So when you come over here, you got to give something. And that's why you dudes don't really value your woman either, because I'm going to be resentful for any broad that I talk to who's not doing something for me tangible that I can see. I'm going to get to feel in a type of way like this bitch is taking all my time. And that's how a lot of you feel. Yeah. If a woman, but you got to put a woman on a program.
They don't value their time.
Every woman who comes around me, hey, baby, this thing's getting serious. All right, baby, what we doing? We got to get some money together.
Yeah.
Let's do something. What you working on over there? What you working on over here? What can we do together?
We ain't just fucking hanging out.
That is the only way that I could even have feelings for a woman. I can't have feelings for a woman who I come home every day and she just got her feet kicked up.
Man, fuck
I'm not going to be able to be able to be emotionally invested. See, when I was in the game, man, when I'm coming up with a woman, we got our first whips together. Now we going to the jewelry store together. We took some losses together. We went in together. That's a woman I fell in love with because we were on the grind building together. Now we have a real bond that everybody can't touch. But you're getting a woman and you just going out to eat, going out to concerts. Man, that's really shallow. I can't really get it because I could do that with anybody. Yeah. I can do that with literally anybody. So you're no different than the next woman. We have to be doing something around here, and dudes need to start requiring from their woman, what are we doing together? What are at bare minimum? You may not be an entrepreneur. Go to the gym with your woman. Start reading with your woman. Do something where you could build and grow together, and that bond will get solidified and be something everybody else can't touch.
It's so crazy because I had this woman the other day. I took her to lunch. And she was telling me she's really interested in being with me. Yeah. And she's like, I'm getting to the age where, I don't want to have to worry about the light bill, and I don't want to have to worry about this. I don't want to have to worry about that. I'm like, all right, cool. And I was just asking her some questions, and everything just went right back to sex. Like, oh, you ever played in a waterfall? Oh, you ever? Oh,
I hate that.
Blah, blah, blah.
She brought everything back to sex?
Everything back to sex. Like, I'm not a fucking babysitter. Yeah. Like, what else are you gonna offer me other than just sex? I don't have so much sex.
Bro, they don't got nothing else.
I don't have so much sex.
Hey, man. I hate when
Do
women
you
say,
not
"Well, what do
think
you?"
anything else matters to me in my
come on,
fucking life?
come on. But you know, at the same time, a lot of these dudes they gonna get excited about that. But
Exactly,
guess what?
yeah.
Hey, when whatever you lead with is what you think is most valuable
That's
about
what I'm
yourself.
saying.
When you lead with your money, when you lead with your sexuality, you're telling me that that's the most valuable thing about yourself, and it probably is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I would see a woman like that. I would immediately move that to the side and say, I don't care about that. Now,
Yeah.
what else you got to
Yeah.
let her see for herself that she ain't bringing much to the table? Let me get to these super chats for the people who put in some money.
Yeah, I just didn't even talk to her after that. That was
Yeah.
See you later.
Somebody said, what you boys think about the no fap movement and men's sexual as a whole?
No fat, like no jacking off.
Yeah.
You
I'm
want to
here
answer
for
that?
Oh shit, I got a dip, fellas.
Oh shit!
okay.
All right,
My
it's
bad.
all good.
Hey, game gods, love you guys. It's
All
a
right.
mindset
All right, my nigga, I'm
and a
interested.
lifestyle. Just know that.
Oh,
Yes,
do
sir.
like another 10, 15.
Yeah. Also, I moved to Kellan spot.
Man, when I say no fap, you know, a lot of times I feel like people are just looking for a shortcut. You're looking for the thing that's gonna give you a superpower. You to heard these things online. You're not actually doing it for the actual reason. You're just trying to look for a superpower that's gonna change your life, man. And what's gonna change your life is discipline, purpose, and clarity. And no fap is good though because it's cheap dopamine. So anything where you could eliminate cheap dopamine is gonna make you able to focus more on and have more energy for the things that actually matter. So giving yourself cheap dopamine is gonna make you want cheap dopamine more and more and more because you just like a drug, you're gonna need more and more to get that same high. So it's a spiraling effect. So if you can stop anything that takes away cheap dopamine, man, you're gonna be good.
Yeah. If that's what helps you escape, the addiction, the cheap dopamine, like Goldie said, cool. Me personally, when I was identifying with something like that, I was identifying with no fap. Oh, I'm on no fap. It just made me relapse every single time. Because when you're identifying with something, it's kind of like telling you subconsciously that at some point you're gonna stop. At some point you're gonna give up. At some point you're gonna relapse. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, anybody who might be struggling with addiction like that out there, it's easier to just tell yourself that I am a healthy human being. Claim that you are a healthy human being, and I have healthy dopamine levels. I am healthy. I am human. I am a person who is disciplined. I am focused. I am driven. I am, what I'm saying. And then when you move that way and you tell yourself that, you decree that to yourself, you claim that, your brain subconsciously is automatically going to start moving and thinking and acting as that person. You know what I'm trying to say? And then you just kind of like make that a subconscious habit. And it's so much easier to move that way as opposed to just being like, yeah, I'm on no fap. I can't do this. Okay, so what happens when you're not on no fap? You're gonna beat off. You're gonna bust and know what you're gonna do. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just think that, like, in a way, I agree with what Goldie was saying. I feel like a lot of y'all are hearing the word no vapping, hearing all these busters, all these goofballs on the internet talking about how it's gonna give you superpowers. You're gonna start levitating. You're gonna start and you start kind of getting a dopamine hit off of that. And then you start trying to chase that. Really, you should just be focusing on being the best version of yourself because all those other things just automatically fall into place. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I think that's what you necessarily stop. That's what you need to focus on. Even with the semen retention thing, I don't like to identify with it. I don't like to say, oh yeah, I'm on semen retention. I don't want to identify with anything because, like what happens when you don't identify with that thing no more? Then what's left? You're going to go back to this addiction. So just be a person of virtue, be a person who has respect for themselves. Well, a person that has respect for themselves isn't going to just be out here fucking bitches like left and right. A person who has respect for themselves isn't just going to be beating off and skeeting on the screen every motherfucking night or at all. They're just not going to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? A person who genuinely has respect for themselves and their life force, you know what I'm saying, isn't going to be doing those things. So you don't have to sit there and say, oh, I'm on semen retention or I'm on NoFap or I'm on this to be that way. Just claim that you already are your highest version of yourself, because when you are your highest version, what does he do? He definitely doesn't do that shit. So just be that person. Be that guy every single day. Fuck NoFap. Fuck all that shit. Honestly, nigga, just be fuck all that goofy shit, dude.
Yeah, a lot of times people just ain't in the place they want to be in life, and they hear any buzzwords, and they want to just do one of these things. Man, it's a whole thing to work on yourself, not just in one area. And when you a whole host of good habits, when you start having better habits in other areas, the discipline is going to fall into other areas. Travis Smith said, how do I get down with y'all? I'm definitely inspired by y'all work. How do I get down with y'all? I think just hit our page, the Game Gods podcast page, and
and also join our school group, man, because that's gonna be some lit shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be calls.
We're gonna have it's gonna be on Stan. Okay, so yeah, join our community on Stan, man. That'll be the link in the description on the Game Guy Podcast Instagram. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bi-weekly calls on there with all three of us. We're gonna give y'all exclusive one-on-one game. You know what I'm saying? And then also all these different courses and all the things, all the information. Do not undermine the power of information, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you are at wherever you're at in life is because of fucking information. It's the most valuable thing ever. So if you really truly want to grow and you really, are feel the way you feel, like you just told Goldie, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn from y'all. I'm inspired by it. If you're really that nigga, okay, if you really genuinely give a fuck to grow like that, join the community. Link in the description. You'll have access to us directly, and you'll get all the knowledge in the game that you want. You know what I'm saying? And you will literally transform. I'm trying to tell you, like we talk about this all the time. You have to invest in mentors. You have to. There's no way around it, nigga. You will not grow unless you invest in yourself. And the best way to invest in yourself is to invest in knowledge. So go join. You know what I'm saying? Don't just talk about it because I don't respect. I'll just speak for everybody. Nobody respects a nigga who's just a fucking talker. You know what I'm saying? So don't just get up on here and talk about, oh yeah, I want to learn from y'all. I want to get game from y'all. I want to do this. Nigga, show yourself by joining the community. Link in the description. You know what I'm saying? Get our what's it called? Get Goldie's ebooks.
Game Guy Mentality Program.
Get all the programs.
Super
get all
game.
the information is there for you. Stop talking and just go do it.
And that's a great segue. Somebody said, if you could only teach your son one lesson about women, what would it be and why? I would teach my son the number one something instead of leaving her is because why? Because you don't really love yourself and you're looking for something inside of her to fulfill you in yourself. If you're fully fulfilled in yourself, the first sign of her not doing the thing she's supposed to do, you're going to leave her. Why? Because you don't need her because you're fully fulfilled in yourself. Game Guy Mentality course, first rule is love yourself. When you truly love yourself, man, I don't care how great a relationship, how much this woman does for me. I love myself too much. So the moment that this situation over here is not making me feel good, then you're not going to be here because I feel good by myself. And when you truly feel good by yourself and don't just say it, it's really easy to walk away. And just that self-respect makes people who want to be in your life respect you. She don't respect you. She knows you're not going to walk away. So why is she going to stop doing what she's doing? When you really love yourself and you really ready after you explain to her what she did wrong and how it can't happen again, this situation is going to be dissolved between us. If you do it again and you really walk when she does it, I guarantee you, you're going to have all the women you want and they're going to know where the line is. They're not going to cross that line unless they're ready to end the relationship. Travis Smith, another super chat says, thank you. I got a couple of little topics, right? We was just talking about, what women do. And like, everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. These are the things that bother me that women do, right? When a woman texts with her nails, you don't have to
clickety clackety shit.
Bro, it's one of the most, listen, don't do
and
that
shit ghettos a motherfucker.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's not getting clipped because of your nails. It's getting clipped because of your fingers. So you cannot touch the screen. That bothers me. When women do it, I got to tell them stop. Another thing, women who don't know how to crack eggs properly. And what
does that say to you?
When I'm eating eggs, I'm starting to hear a crunch. And now I can't enjoy the rest of my eggs because I'm waiting for the next crunch. Learn how to crack eggs. That's a pet peeve of mine. Let me see. I got two more. Let me see. No. Oh, this is, man, I almost stopped dealing with a woman because of this. Every time she called me, she would get in the elevator and the phone would cut off. And I would tell her, you're going into the elevator.
Yeah.
It's going to cut off. Why do you continuously walk when we're having a conversation, get in the elevator, don't say nothing and let it cut off me mid-sentence?
Yeah.
It's not just about that. One, you should be more self-aware. Hey, I'm getting in the elevator, right? You can stop your conversation. But it's the fact, if I have to tell you something over and over and over and you keep doing it,
and you still don't
respect me enough. And guess what? In her mind, it's not that big a deal. But you know what it signifies? It signifies I haven't put the line down and I'm not willing to walk away from her about it. But I am. You want to know why? Because that's a little thing. But if she can't adhere to my directions on the little things, then she can't adhere to my directions on the big things. And let me tell you where I got this from. I got this from the game. Because if a woman didn't go outside with your mind and your ideology and do things to the letter, it could possibly mean jail time and bad situations for her and me. So if a woman wasn't fully on your page, that was a woman that you did not send outside because you would go to prison. So I feel like the same thing. If you can't do the little things I ask, you can't do the big things I ask. And let me not wait till a big thing happens where I need to count on you to where you don't do it. So I'm going to see the pattern here and I'm going to cut it off here. Because why do you think a woman's going to adhere to you on something big that takes a lot to do if she can't adhere to you on something small that's a little to do? It's not going to happen. Yeah. So you literally are seeing in your life where things fuck off later, but because you didn't check it at the onset.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got any more super chats. You got any topics, anything?
Nah, honestly.
Francisco Rodriguez, $9.99. Appreciate it. People can always leave a job when they're not paying them accordingly, but won't leave their lover, won't respect them accordingly. Yeah, man, it's just something internal, and that's why you always just got to build yourself up, mind, body, and soul, and emotionally, man. I'm not emotionally dependent on anybody outside myself, and that don't mean I can't love a woman. That don't mean that I don't get good feelings when I'm with a woman. I do, and I can still walk away because my self-respect won't allow me. I respect myself so much that I look myself in the mirror, and if I allow a woman to start doing that, I will feel so bad by myself that I didn't walk away. It's just how I'm wired.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. I got a lot more to say on that, but honestly, I'm gamed out today, bro.
Yeah, you gamed out today.
Yeah.
Hey, and y'all got a little treat, a little something, wasn't nothing, but we came in, we did what we were supposed to do.
We gotta get our one-on-one, man.
Yeah, we got to. Hey, man, that's another little quick live of the Gang Guys podcast. We out. These podcasts be exhausting. These dudes who be doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. It's just on top of we all got our own individual brains too. Yeah. So it's like